services to those clients who are HIV positive. So the income guidelines for that grant are widened. We can serve more people. We have an elderly grant so for a 60-plus program. So individuals over 60 who are in vulnerable situations, it broadens who we can serve. So there's a lot of different programs. We have a big chart. I feel like we can read the chart, but when clients come to our clinics, our volunteers give advice to everyone. We can only take on full representation of cases who qualify for our services. So we're able to point everybody in the right direction, give them some legal help, but we take on full representation for those who income qualify. And on the website, it lays out the whole chart and what your family size is and all of that.
Well, in the future, are you going to add more services or other things that we don't cover?
Such as?
Like help with, like some people I talk to, they need help like with SSI.
We actually do SSI.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Yeah, we handle the appeals process forward. So we have a whole unit that in Baltimore City that does that. They provide support to our outer offices. If there's not someone we have 13 offices across the state. I probably can say that our Hartford Northeastern office is one of those. So if there's not a specialist there, then they would partner. We also do take those referrals and send them to our pro bono partners as well. So SSI, SSDI, those are all things that we do. We do name changes as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that expensive?
No, if you're with us, we take no money for anything.
From the Office of the County Executive, Ms. LaWanda G. Edwards. She's a Senior Government Affairs Specialist, and she is here tonight to talk a little bit about what the county is doing on behalf of the County Executive and the work that she's doing. So.
As she said, my name is LaWanda Edwards. I started with the county back in October, and the main part of my job is I work 3 months of the year in Annapolis during our legislative session, and to help to bring back laws and rules that will be great to help with your great quality of life here in Hartford County is one of the big things that I do. And I'll say just how a big a deal it was for me to come and work for him is that our paths have not really crossed until the last year that he was there. And I watched how he operated, working with people from across the aisles, all kinds of different people, colors, background, and I was quite impressed with that. And when I had the opportunity to come and work for him, I jumped at it because I think that he has a good heart and he's really trying to do some real positive things in the county. He's, as you all probably know, he's a local boy. He would say he'd be happy to be called boy at our age. Grew up in Darlington, so he's local and he gets it. But one of the things that I liked about him too was that Barry seems to feel comfortable in all kinds of settings. I live in Baltimore. I could take him to East Baltimore and he'd be just as comfortable in East Baltimore as he would be in the Maryland Senate talking to elected officials or in D.C. talking to President Obama. And that's just the kind of person he is. Some of the things that we've been doing, I know that as a lot of you all probably know, one of the big issues that we're dealing with in the county is a big drug problem that we have here, the heroin issue. And the county executive has been committed to actually doubling the amount of money and resources that we're trying to do to help with that issue.
And so I want to introduce you to Yolanda Coleman.
Hi, we used to be neighbors, and I hadn't talked to her in a couple of years, and I was in Walmart, and my daughter was like, "Mom, there's neighbor," and I looked, and I threw the car in reverse and drive almost hit somebody else just to try to pardon her.
No, it was more like,
Just ran her down. But so over, let's see, I work in our youth proving grounds. I have 2 daughters, one in college right now, a sophomore in college at WVU, and one who was currently an Aberdeen high school student and now is back Aberdeen high school student. So the way it all begins is that I've been young women how to be parents, especially when they are doing it by themselves. So anyway, the whole story is that these young ladies that my 15-year-old had an altercation with were her friends. And when they come into my house, I show them just as much love as I do my own children. You know, take them places, get them out of their house when their mom has God. Because I took that Bible out, I set it on the table, and I started praying. Because I was like, they didn't see it. But until I gained my credentials, because they just thought we were typical, I heard that nothing gets overturned. But by God's grace, her expulsion was overturned. She's on hospital home because I fear she would be a target returning back to school. So now, with the grace, school came to the house. So my question and my concerns are, when you talk about legal aid and you talk about the council, I would love to meet with the council. Because I have great concerns.
Council people here tonight. We invited our senators, our delegates, and all of our council people, and nobody responded that they would come tonight. So we did invite them. Mr. Hargrove is going to come up and he's going to talk to you about the work that he does. And he has another gentleman here with him tonight who's going to share a little bit of his story. So I'd like to welcome them up. And then we're going to wrap up with Mary Perry, who's going to talk to us about building banking relationships, you know, personal or business or whatever. And we really need to know that. And I'll tell you why. And I'm going to use my own personal experience. My family had really good jobs. A lot of them I have nurses in my family. I've got, my brother was a supervisor for BG&E for years. And anyway, so people with great resources, but weren't very good with managing money. Some people don't have a connection to the bank. And it doesn't mean that you have to have millions of dollars. You just need to know what's available to you. So Mary's going to talk a little bit about that and tell you a little bit about a women's conference that they have coming up. So thank you, Mr. Marlon Hargrove.
Actually, Ravens, Prince, self-perseverance. Let's give Ms. Janice a hand for inviting us. My name again is Molo Hargrove Sr. I'm the director of a program in Baltimore, Maryland called FACE, F-A-C-E, an acronym which stands for Freedom Advocates Celebrating Ex-Offenders. Now, when we hear the word ex-offenders, oftentimes people have a shun or it sounds kind of harsh. However, if we utilize the words correctly, ex meaning my ex-job, and offender simply means to have done wrong. So one way, form, or another, we all have done something wrong and have something that we're no longer doing, that we can consider ourselves ex-something. Baltimore, as you all know, there's the uprising of the Freddie Grays. No news whether you live in Harford County or Baltimore, that there's a high crime rate in the inner city of Baltimore. So what I want to ask you all here in Harford County, in hearing that, what are some of the challenges that you all face here in hearing the young ladies and others of you share? What are some of the challenges that returning citizens encounter here in Harford County? Some of the challenges. That guys coming home from incarceration, what are some of the challenges they deal with?
Being able to, really just to have themselves just back to society.
So just back to society.
That's how we find employment, places to live.
Employment, finding a place, housing, okay. Anything else?
Interacting with the community.
Interacting with the community.
To reconnect with their family.
Reconnect with their families. That's Harford County, right? So let's talk about Baltimore for a minute. We have the same challenges in saying that, so therefore, whether we're in Harford County or Baltimore, we all have the same challenges. With 250 people or so, 1,000 here in Harford County as the population, there are still challenges that we face daily, whether we're a returning citizen or a regular everyday citizen. What we're finding out is, in the reentry field, the housing that we have, a lot of times we focus on the system to fix it. The system is to fix it. The system is to keep people incarcerated. The system is to keep people in poverty. The system is designed because the system is a business. The delegates, the councilmen, all the individuals that you invited, why would I come to an invitation for you all to bash me or what I'm not doing in the system? I need you all to follow me for a minute. We suffer in silence. We have townhouse meetings where we come numerous of times and we hear the stories with inside of the building rather than carrying the message outside there.
That's right.
It sounds good in here, but tonight I say to you all, now what? It's being put on the table within us, but it's time that we continuously stop having meetings after meetings just to meet and just to meet. I'm just speaking for me. I'm tired of meetings. I'm sick and tired of coming to meetings, talking about what we're going to do, how we're going to fix it. So I ask you all, do you have a plan? Is your plan simple? Do you have a purpose? And then do we have a call for action? We have all that in the individual, Miss Janice, who invited all of us to be here. I don't get caught in the numbers of how many people fill a place. I get caught into the persons that are here to do the work. Do the work. So I say that to say to you all, a lot of times we have the meetings, we have the ideas, we come together, but you're doing this, but we never do this. We never come together. We're so separate, but we're sitting at the same table. What's her name? What's her name? Don't even answer. Prime example. We never take the time to come together because we're so separate apart doing our own individual thing, which is called ego rather than serving people. Now, it was said in the political party, and I'll be real brief because I want to allow my counterpart to speak. It is said in the political arena that if you're not sitting at the table, then you must be on the menu. We on the menu. We on the menu. What I mean by that is the people that are making the decisions, which is us as well, we never invite the ones or the ones that's supposed to get the help to be a part of the solution. We provide transitional housing in the Baltimore regional area for returning citizens, so there is help that's needed and there's help that's there. Counseling, which is there, substance abuse, mental health service, we provide that all within our facility. I am a returning citizen, so therefore I know the issues and the struggles that it takes for them to come and get themselves together. And I say that to say this and wrap it up real quick to allow one of the gentlemen that's residing in one of my houses to come and speak to you all. After serving 40+ years straight in prison, come home with literally nothing but the clothes on his back. So is that coming back into productive member of society after 40 years? But there are places and people in place that can help benefit them once they come out. But we just have to learn to utilize the services which are available for us. In saying that, I'm going to invite him up to share his story with you all to see that it's not just about us coming together talking about the services that we provide, but allow the ones that needs the service to provide us, to tell us what it is that they need so that we can best help assist them, rather us thinking we have the answers to help them when they have the answers to best help us. Because we can have all the services, but if we don't have the people that we serve, they'll continue just to be services. So at this time, I'll allow Mr. Earl Nelson to come speak to you all, and he can tell you his story.
Sisters, we still together with him. I don't know. Come to fight with him.
All right, take your coat off.
Yeah.
You want to fight me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
Like Mom always said, I went to jail 19 years old. When I came out, I was 67 years old. All my parents dead. I went to Baltimore City, a neighborhood flatland. So I'm lost. Got no money, no place to go, nothing to do. I'm startled, I'm scared. Because I don't know what to do, don't know where to go. I ain't got nothing. But Mr. Hargroves came to the prison. they can live in this transitional house. I'm shocked by that. Because I thought everybody was cruel and rotten like those prison officials. I didn't know people in the street had a little love in their heart. I thought everybody was callous, cold-hearted. Because that's what for 47 years, that's all I got. Hell. Now I'm free. I come here and see people, lovely people. I'm looking at my brothers and my sisters. Listen to what I have to say. Because I'm lost. I've been out of jail 115 days. I still don't know what's going on. I get on the bus, don't know what to do. I just lost. So I need help. I need direction. I need somebody to hold my hand. I need that. So I come to these places and say to everybody, listen up, please. A returning citizen. No. An ex-offender like me. Need everybody consideration. They say, get a job. Okay. They say, type on the computer. I don't know how. They say, get in the bus. I don't know how. They say, do you know how to drive? No. Well, what you know how to do? Prison stuff. Prison jobs. Mop, sweep, wash dishes, cook food, prison stuff. That's all I did for 47 years. I don't know nothing about the street life. This is brand new. The whole world is brand new to me. It's a culture shock. I look at women with pink hair, green hair, red hair, orange hair. I'm startled by that. And then all the women got real long boots on. You don't understand this here. And all the men got real tight pants on. Not men, boys got real tight pants on. So, where am I at? It's a culture shock. The world changed. Some good people still in it. That's y'all. See, y'all are good people. Y'all care. See, y'all want to do something. Like Mama said, it ain't enough just to talk about it. We got to do something about it. You see, I'm a man of action. I've been in the belly of the world, just like Jonah. I have been. I've been in the lion's den like Daniel. Down there, I fought Goliath like David. And I've been spat upon, cursed at, criticized, ran, threatened, all kinds of things, just like Jesus. See, I had it hard in prison, because I grew up in prison. And now, like those people, I got above all those things. I went from being a scoundrel to being a great man in prison. You see, I'm a prison celebrity. You don't believe me? Ask me, I'll tell you. I really am. And so, saying that, I come with great expectation. You see, I want to be up here, not down there. And so in order to get up here, I need your help. You see, I need consideration. I need people to help me. I need people to guide me. I need people to influence me to do the right thing. I don't want to go back to jail. I'm 47 years. I'm old now. I'm 67 years old. I want to live 67 more years out here doing something else. See, that's where I'm at. That's why I keep coming in. That's why I keep beating this drum loud. You see, we all ain't lost. Now if I get some help. But getting help, they say they want to help me. That's what they say. But when I go to get the help, they got an excuse. And my school teacher, Mrs. May, when I was in 5th grade, she said excuses ain't nothing but suits. She said excuses ain't nothing but lies dressed up in suit and ties. That's what she told me. And I was a lying person at that time. I was an excuse why I didn't do my homework. So I remember that. And through all my life from that moment on, I've watched people. I'm a keen observer. I listen real good. You can't fool me. No, I can read people. I learned that in prison. I just know. See, I know sincerity. I can just look at you and tell. I know those things. I learned those things. If you survive in prison. Now here I am, talking to the good people, heavenly people. People come from heaven, all y'all angels. Y'all really are. Y'all may not see yourself that way, but I do, and I can see real good. And so here I am, So I'm gonna say this here, then I'm gonna shut right up. Cause I'm gonna end this thing right here. Well, I start crying. You understand, you know? I miss everybody. I don't know, I got some relatives I think. I wouldn't even know if I seen them. It's been 47 years since I seen them. My mother and my father, they all dead. Like I said, I'm just in the world all by myself. I ain't got no children, ain't got no brothers, I'm only child, all that kind of stuff, you know? So here I am, struggling. But I got help. Mr. Marlowe, he came to my aid. He chased me from everywhere. Tell your story to everybody. That's what he tells me. Man, them people don't hear what I got to say. See, yes, they did. Just tell it. You know what I'm saying, you know? So here I am, you know? See, really, I am bold and aggressive in the hooligan world. But y'all good people. So I'm kind of, you know, a little afraid of y'all, but y'all good. You know, see, y'all looking at me all smiling and everything, you know? I like to go to places everybody looking at me with that mug. See, that's what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. But y'all good. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate these kind of meetings. I appreciate the fact that y'all open and honest. I appreciate the fact that y'all, you know, get together and talk about things. The legal aid, when I came to jail, they were the only ones on my side. Never got me out of prison, but you tried.
And he's going to share a few minutes with us about his practice and what he does, and see if there's anybody in the room that he can help. And would you please share, this is really cool newsletter. It is so cool. You have to maybe give him your email and he'll send it to you. But it talks about how to finance getting legal help. He helps to arrange some of that, because that's often the problem too. We don't have the money, or we don't know where to get the money, and I don't know if it works, but he'll tell you about that. Mr. James Sweeting, okay?
Good evening. First of all, it's nice to be here. There's a lot of people that have spoken with great passion before I did, and I want to acknowledge all of them. It's a hard act to follow. I love the passion. And the fact is that a lot of what you've heard here today from the different people have been and is the truth. I have a broad practice, and what, I guess I'll tell a little bit about myself. I'm from Philadelphia. I then got a scholarship to go to a law school many years ago in Florida. I went to Stetson University College of Law. I was the 13th black person to go there, and the 8th black person that was Florida's most prestigious law school at the time. I know about culture shock, I can tell you a little bit. Going from Lower Philadelphia to Gulfport, not quite what you went through, but going to Gulfport, Florida, which is a retirement community in the 80s. So doing that, I got involved in a lot of, when I came out of law school, particularly in Florida, the way things were, and still are a little bit, was that there wasn't a lot of opportunities. So I started working with the NAACP, and I kind of had an alpha to omega service type of practice. So I've done and still do a lot of different things. It's difficult, obviously. My hat's off. I think the last article I wrote was about the Public Defender's Office in legal aid, well, not legal aid, but I was saying that a lot of people don't appreciate the services that these organizations, particularly public defenders and legal aid, provide. It's very difficult in my business because of the caseload that these people have for them to be effective. And some of the best trial attorneys that I've known, I've been a trial attorney, I speak it, I have a whole act I can do up here. But I'm going to spare you guys today. I can shout, and I can start paddling, and I can go on all this stuff. But I'm going to spare all that today. Some of the best attorneys that I have ran into in my practice as a trial attorney have been public defenders. And people always know I'm a paid attorney. God bless y'all, but this is a commercial enterprise. I have things to feed, and then, and I don't have grants and contracts and all that good stuff. And the way the legal system has evolved in the United States is such that we have a two-tier that have services for people that basically are indigent, or are services for people that are extremely wealthy, and it's very hard to provide services in between. So, and I'm cognizant of that, but it is difficult for a lot of reasons to provide services because the systems are designed, and we've had people talk a little bit about systems here. Systems are designed to frustrate or not provide a great deal of adequate legal services. As far as legal aid, I'm sure they do a great job here, but as far as the public defender's office is concerned, my experiences with a lot of them is that they'll have 50 and 80 cases every 2 weeks. There's no way, trust me, there's no way that you can do 80 felony cases a month. You just can't do it. And the poor people, I'm using the term poor, not by poor, but people that are then thrust into that, and quite frankly, if I don't work for about a month and a half, and I have a charge, I'm going to end up in the public defender's office. We're all a paycheck away from, that particular experience. So we have to be cognizant, and we have to say, and this is what last thing I wrote about, is that we have to honor the people that are really on the front line. And there was one of the links I had was to Gideon's Army. And if you have a chance, go on YouTube, on Netflix or whatever, and watch that movie. And you can see in that, when I watch that movie and I hear the stories about the young public defenders and what they do, trying to, not even adequately, just trying to show up. Just the way things are. I do practice I'm licensed in Florida, finished licensing here. I practice with Sean Collins in 17 West Corbin Street in Bel Air, Florida. We have an office there. We also have an office in Orlando. I do have the Disney hookup if any of you guys get down there. But so, before feeding up. I do have and most of my practice has been in Orlando. We do a lot of work with, because I started working with NAACP, again, when I came out of law school, you get a situation, there are not a lot of opportunities as an African-American lawyer in Florida in the late 80s, early 90s. So we basically had to do, you fall into a situation where you're doing criminal work or public service work, or because I did a trial attorney, I was not a big paper person, so I naturally fell into doing criminal work. Later on, we started doing with the NAACP, so we started working with churches. We started doing nonprofits, so we do that stuff, 501c3s. We started doing we started getting involved in one of my expertise in the criminal area was with mental health. We did a lot of mental health. As a matter of fact, I'm an insanity defense, I won't say expert, but because the bar won't let me say expert. We do a lot of stuff with the insanity defense. And out of that, we ended up doing that spring. We had a business, a healthcare agency that developed out of that, where we navigated for people with mental health disabilities. And one of the big issues with mental health is that we find that if we provide people, a lot of issues were really financial. So if we can provide, we found that people had Social Security or other benefits that we can provide and some financial security, that really went a long way to resolving a lot of the mental health issues. So there's a lot that we do right now. What I'm here in Bel Air in Harford County doing kind of at the tail end of my practice. I guess I should say I've been practicing law for 28 years now. So it's been it's been a never dull moment. It's been a good experience. I've helped a lot of people. I will tell you that all lawyers, there are good ones that have bad days and bad ones that have good days. But you never stop trying. I never saw anybody, well, I shouldn't say that. Most of the lawyers that I deal with, particularly Sean and most of the people that I deal with, they really care. There's a certain pride that you have, and there's a certain desire to care and make a change and make a difference. And you can see that. The gentleman said you have to read the person that you're dealing with. You have to be able to see them. And if your heart's in it, now I never made a lot of money practicing law, and I never will. I ain't lost Mr. Wheels, don't get me wrong. I've done well, but it is a vocation more so than our profession, more so than it's a man making a living. And so we're here to assist the community. But yeah, you gotta bring your checkbook when you come. I'm sorry. You gotta bring your checkbook when you come see me. But we do help. We try to help with everything. Some of the things that we've been doing that I do is outdoor my work with criminal defense over the years. So, and one of the reasons why I was attracted to come up in the tail end of my practice north. A lot of people ask me why I came from Florida, but because I'm here and close to. I have friends with the Clemency Project and other people that I'm working with in D.C. Also, we were able to work on a more national level with some of the things, juvenile issues. We have a lot of juvenile defendants in Florida with life sentences and things like that. So a lot of sentencing reform, a lot of issues. There's a better opportunity in this area to be effective on a nationwide standpoint than there is being in Orlando, even though Disney World is great and all that kind of stuff. So with all that being said, I do have online presence. Facebook, Law Offices of James Sweeney III LLC. Take a look at it. We keep all that information. We keep a lot of information up there. I'm more of an information person. I like to make sure that my clients and people that I interface with have a lot of knowledge about what's going on in the law. What is going on? The law really affects you. The law affects you more than you know. What's going on? Who is the law? Who are the judges? Who are the attorneys? Who are these people? Where are they coming from? What their attitudes are? Matter of fact, I had a big thing. I didn't write on it. I'm new here, so I gotta be careful what I write on sometimes. But I didn't write on it, but I did post something, and one of the things was, should prosecutors be judges? Well, 85% of the prosecutors that have been appointed, not only in the federal system, 85% of the judges were prosecutors. When you have a prosecutor, there's a certain angle. It's a different vibe that you have. I guess you guys know what I mean. And there's a proximity to law enforcement. And, I talked a little bit about, and I'm going to be brief, I talked a little bit about public defenders and the caseload. Well, prosecutors don't quite have this, they have more resources because that's the way this game is set up. But again, there's a mindset associated with prosecuting. Okay, you were in 47 years, right? Okay, do you find yourself still walking along the side of the wall, or do you walk down the middle of the wall? Okay. I understand I know because I've been in a lot of Florida. I don't know how it is up here. Prisons in Florida are horrible. Okay, part of my practice was doing that. A lot of people don't understand what I mean by walking outside the wall. That's what they make you do. And you can tell people that are inmates because they walk on the side of the wall, they will not walk down the middle of the hallway. I say that to say to you that kind of thought process permeates the entire justice system. So even if you're in the Supreme Court, if you prosecuted all your life, there's a certain way you're going to walk down looking at a case, or looking at a situation, or looking at a human being. Okay. There's a certain side of the wall you're going to walk down. If you've been a defense attorney, and my parents were always there, but by the grace of God, go out. And there is a thin line between, what I have done and what other people have done. So when you say that we have to have an open mind, the other thing is that as human beings, we have to ask ourselves, not only in civil matters, but in criminal matters, we have to be a little more open and a little less judgmental. And I understand that we all have to make certain decisions to get through life. We have to make certain presumptions, like the other car is going to stop when the light changes. It's not always easy to do. But in judging and dealing our fellow human beings, let's all take a minute. Just take a minute, an extra second, and try to be observing, and don't try to fall into an automatic type of situation. Because, I can talk about all kinds of areas of law, but the primary thing is that if we worked better at being better with one another, then we wouldn't need me as much. And I don't wish my service on anybody. When you come to me, you got a problem. one way or another. And I don't wish my services on people, but like I said, I've been broke, but I've never not been busy. So it's never a dull moment. I thank you for the time. Please take a look at the stuff online, and God bless everybody.
Now we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about developing a banking relationship with Mary Perry.
Well, I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad Janice contacted me. She's been trying to get me to.
You look lovely.
You know what I'm saying? Not to make me for doing that much time in society. So I do understand how hard it is to get back into society. Bless you. I'd just like to tell you, okay, she told you who I am. I'm Mary Perry. I'm going to try to make an interaction with you guys. Because when we talk about banking, people cringe. A lot of people cringe with banks. You don't want you to have that cringe feeling about banks. If anything, banks want to be there for you. They want to make sure that they're your relationship person. So they want you to be that go-to person. We want to be in the community, out of the community, about being among the organizations out there that where we have our financial institutions are. So that's what a lot of banks are about. One thing, what is it that you look for when you look into do your banking? What is it that makes you go to a bank, or what makes you choose the bank that you have now?
The fees,
Fee? Okay.
whether they charge, I like the credit union, they give you that cushion
Okay.
that if you go over, they back you up. If you go over what you go into the negatives or whatever,
Right.
and then any type of return check fees, or even having the account fee, because you have to be required to leave but so much in the bank or they'll penalize you. So those are the things I look for, is the fees, and then what type of access, online access,
Or
or
can you get to your money quick?
right.
That you need to get to. What's the other thing that people look for when they're looking for a bank?
I want to make sure the bank is in my community and doing something for my community.
Convenience.
Yeah.
They look for convenience.
I was thinking about that. I always want to make sure that when I go to the ATM, I want to make sure there's plenty of it that I don't have to pay my money back down.
That's convenience. You want to make sure that you can have access to your money anytime you would like to have access to it. You don't want to say, okay, let me go get to this Bank A, and Bank A is only here in Maryland, and I'm out of town. I can't get to Bank A because I go to the other bank in country C, wherever I'm at, and I get charged all these fees. So the people look for convenience is number one. People look at the fees, they look at the rates, and they look at. I will tell you, I've been in banking since 1978. Okay, I love what I do. I like to talk with people. I like to make people happy. I like to try to let people see both sides. If people come to me and I can listen, you can listen to a lot of things, like being a lawyer, attorney, a judge. Sometimes, yes, I have to be Judge Judy. I have to be Judge Judy, with my staff and with my customer. But there's a way that we project the information to them. Okay? So, I know people like the rates, people like the fees. I don't want to be paid for anything either. People don't want to wait in line. Everybody comes to the bank. How long is it going to be? Ain't no more tellers here. But when you want to make money, you receive 1 or 2 tellers. Sometimes 2 or 3. On somebody on that side, you may see 2 or 3. You may see them, but they might not be doing what you want them to do because they're doing other tasks. So that's what I'm saying. The banking world has changed. It's my job to go out there and get the business, drum up business. Not only that, I'm for consumers, but I do small business. So I happen to be a BNC Women in Business Advocate. So I do a lot of things for women in business, small businesses. And I really like that because women think differently than men.
Thank God.
When it comes
Smarter.
When it comes to business, we do different. Just a little bit of thinking nasty, But I want to make sure that everybody will understand that I'm just talking in general. get those fees back, okay? It's how you can get those rates back, how you can get the higher rates. When you have a relationship with a company or financial institution, do you know that they can actually work something out with you in reference to rates, or say, oh, you qualify for this we can get you this way, we can just waive this fee for you. It's a matter of relationship and how honest you are with us and how we're being honest with you. Because it always has to be that trust. You know, because if you're giving us your money, we're going to hold your money and we're going to put it into the vault. We're going to give it back to Fed. So it's going to circle back around. So the money comes in, money goes out. People cash check, people, okay, we put money in. Businesses put money in. Pay your payroll, money goes back out. So it's all the in and out, in and out, in and out. You know. So, and then the dollar, I don't know how far the dollar goes nowadays. You know, but
Nobody knows.
nobody knows. I mean, I can remember you can go to the store at a penny, you get penny candy, you get it for a penny. I mean, when candy bars was 10 cents a candy bar, it was bigger than what they are today. So it's the way of the future for banking. Banking does change. There is the future, there's going to be the computer, you're going to step up maybe to the kiosk. You're going to put the thing through. I went to an institution. I came back from overseas. Banking overseas is different. I did work overseas and I managed to bank overseas. Come back to the United States, it's so different. Came back to Maryland. Came into Maryland to live. Maryland was a very fast-paced place. I was like, ooh, what in the world is going on? I didn't want to go back to work because, when we overseas, come back to the country, okay, I want to take a break. My husband had other things in mind. So, it was just really different. It was very fast-paced. People, I'm not going to compliment on the driving. The driving here in Maryland is crazy. It can't drive in Maryland, right, Rakan? It's really strange to me. I'm originally from Ohio. When the snow comes here in Maryland, next thing I know, it goes down schools and goes like this. I'm like, wait a minute. We used to walk in snow up this high and go to school, and they close the schools, and it's not that cold. It used to be below zero. You know, we still have to go to school. But all that too can affect your bank. So you have to make sure you have other avenues to get to your funds. Even though you might not like those avenues, a lot of people do like to come in, and we like to see face to face too. But make sure you have all the tools and access that your financial institution can give you in reference to access your money.
Ray Kahn, what's the name of your organization? Would you talk a little bit about the Easter? He had this Easter parade thing. You want to talk a little bit about that?
We actually chartered here in Harford County in March of 2013. I'm originally from Jersey, but I got tired of driving back and forth to New Jersey to volunteer and all that other stuff. So I decided to set up a chapter here myself, 9 other brothers, and from 9 we grew to about, I think, 31 right now. We've done a lot of things in the community since being chartered. We gave out about, I think, a little over $7,000 in scholarships. We do about $3,000 a year. What else have we done? We do our annual,
Easter.
So the Easter event, yes. So leading up to the Easter event, we do our annual jazz night in March. And Mary actually came to the one that we actually did down. Our second one was at the Bel Air Armory. But we take the proceeds from the jazz event, which we usually raise about $7,000 to $8,000. We take that and turn that right around into the community. So every time, you can always, our jazz event is on one day, and our Easter event is always the day before Easter. Next year is actually April 15th, because it's Easter 16th. When we first started out, we had maybe about 100 or so children. This year was the 4th year of doing it, and we had over, I think, about 300 and some people out there this year. And everything is 100% free. No one pays for anything. The bill is on us. We've had this year face painters, balloon animals, character artists.
Back there in the paper, it's
Yeah, on the
under
back.
the wrong name, but
Yeah,
it's.
but it's okay though. It's also a small thing, so it's okay though. But that's something we do every year. Also, we also do feed the homeless. That's one of my big things right there. We go out back to Festival Park and we set up the grills and whatever homeless people, whomever wants to come out and just have food, just sit with us. And again, it's 100% free. We don't charge for anything for the holidays. We also do Toys for Tots. We adopt a family. We put the substance abuse place in Edgewood, the one Debbie Blackwell next door here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she has
Peaceful water.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Peaceful Water. She has a little shop right here on the end. Every year since I've met Debbie, she's a real nice lady. We cater their Thanksgiving every year. They spend no money. We do that for them as well as 15 other families. My organization is actually here to honestly to help everybody that needs help. We kind of partner with as many people as we can. I know you're saying about clothes and stuff like that. We always have, what size you wear? You know, I mean, honestly, I mean, brand new pants, all that stuff that I can get your number, connect with him, and we can get you some clothes and stuff. Another thing that we do, we I have a friend by the name of Shondell White, who works down at DSS. And together we formed Signal for Humanity. And pretty much anybody that needs furniture, clothes, stuff like that, 9 times out of 10, he'll find out about them, give them my number, they'll call me, and whatever we have available, we put it on a U-Haul, and we take it straight to them. Well, we have a couple cars on me. But,
You have some cards.
yeah, I have a couple cards. I can give out my email address for people that's in need or, like majority of the other people. We have different avenues. By Shondell works for DSS, he knows a lot of people. I'm sure he done mentioned you guys a lot of time in case I would need anything. I actually need an attorney from Boston, Massachusetts. I got a speeding ticket up there. But you had a question?
Yeah, I just want to say, when I get like furniture that they give out in Bel Air, and I'll be a poster, and I give them to people who like transition from homeless to home. And I want to know, how do I contact you if I want you guys to come pick up stuff there?
Oh, I can give you my phone number. And I give you my card. But yeah, see, it's things like that where people always helping out each other. Like, I mean, I'll be half asleep or people call me and I don't even know what the number is. Oh, I got your number from Shondell. Say you guys got furniture. Okay. So I just take the address and stuff down, and it's not a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? But it's not damaged stuff. It's like second, but it's good stuff though, you know what I mean? But sometimes we have to come out of our pocket, you know what I mean? Depending on the situation, you got that several times. But at the end of the day, it's for the community, and that's what our 3 founders actually based this organization off of. You know, so, and our motto is Coach for Service, Service to Humanity. So we're here to just help out the people where we can. And I definitely like to partner with you on a few things. And I know we definitely got you for the Easter and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got me for Easter too. I had a blast there. It wasn't even for me. It was.
I can tell you one thing though. Next year being our 5th year doing it. It's actually the largest Easter event in Maryland, and next year will be even larger. I can't tell you exactly what I got planned, but just know that if you guys are around April 15th, from 12 to 5, I guarantee you won't see nothing like that. But we also have like the Easter Bunny. So if you have children, we have an Easter Bunny, a little friend walking around the Easter Bunny, takes pictures with all the children. You get everything instantly. But I will tell you, next year though, we will have Dora the Explorer, SpongeBob, whatever the latest characters is out, they will be there. So we just every year we try to, make it grow. Again, we just do that to the community, let them know that we're here, and whatever they need, that we're here to help.
Well, I just want to thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
So you really made my daughter's day that day. That was awesome, and it was free, so that was even better for me. So yeah.
I heard them have one in Bel Air, but Bel Air was
Thank you
charged.
so much.